Welcome to everyone. I'm Jim Johnson, and to assist me with today's match commentary, I'm sitting next to that famous ex-player, Bob Bifford.
Yeah, here I am, Jim. Well, I hope you're settled in and ready for the match.
Yes, I think I'll just slip out and get myself a small beverage before the kickoff.
There's little or no way out for this team. The players are going to have to play out of their skins just to stand still. The ball's in play.
Instant stun.
What a sissy! That one can't hold the ground. Oh, no, just look at that.
You'd think it was the first time he tried to pick up a ball.
Ain't that the truth?
Wow, I can tell you straight, that hurts. Now, there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
That player's picking away on the stretcher.
But still alive, I can see the drool.
These exotic Blood Bowl players are fairly new to the game, Jim.
Yes, Bob. They mesmerize me every time they enter the pitch.
Ah, yeah, Jim. These Lustrian Amazons sure have added some flavor to the game.
Look at that. Whoa!
Oh, wow! Ow! The attack can get their game going again. Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling Big Moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like Big Moot sandwiches?
Ah, no way. A little elf beauty, yeah. Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport. Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
The ball is in her hands. Too fast to tackle.
This player knows how to dodge and give free lessons.
The ball is in his hands. What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob. Did you hear about the Venus man-eaters, Bob?
Oh, yes, Jim. I think everyone knows about man-eaters.
Oh, I'm scared, Bob.
So is everyone with proverbial coconuts.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
Oh, brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
Oh, the Amazons!
Yes, Jim. Scantily dressed women that hit first and ask questions later.
Yes, Bob, I just wish there were more women like that.
Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all?
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow!
That's one regulation clobbering.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
What? Right on the schmozzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation. Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh yeah, you kneecapped him. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
Is it true that most of the Amazon team's devoted fans consist of young men, Bob?
Not at all, Jim. I've heard a large portion of their fan base consists of disgruntled homemakers and countless scores of former Bloodriser babes.
Aha! That would explain why the Amazon fans had their own fans themselves. That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it. Did you know that well in advance of the match, the berserkers will often start quaffing flagons of ale before whipping themselves into a frenzy?
That can sure be useful, Bob. We should try that someday.
We better leave that to the professionals, Jim. You already look a little pale. Get it? Pale? Never mind.
Good recovery.
Oh, that was a bad miss. It could change the outcome of the whole match.
Let's not get too carried away. They can start to move forward. You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. Did you know, Jim, that the Tlax Warriors were the first people to win the Zlatan Cup back in 2491?
You mean no one else had won the cup before, Bob?
No, Jim. It was the first time a non-lizard team participated in the Lustrian Cup, and the Amazons took it by storm and grabbed the trophy from Sotek's word. In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done! Boom! That player goes directly to the dugout.
Well, at least it's not the morgue. Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
She sent him down for a chat with the Astrogranite.
The bench seems to be in two minds about what to do about the player lying prone on the pitch.
Yeah, they don't know whether to send on a stretcher or a coffin. Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen. Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
One of the most famous Norse teams out there, Jim, is the Vinheim Valkyries, more recently known as Vinheim Rampagers.
Perhaps you could tell the fans why they changed their name, Bob.
Sure can, Jim. They went into hiding after they pillaged and burned down Skalgrim and Hoist, the only sponsor that withdrew their sponsorship up to this day. I think she's singing him a lullaby. Without his armor, that player could have been hurt.
But it hurts. I can hear the scream. They can start to move forward. The opponent is left just flapping around.
That's what I call dodge.
She missed the pass.
Bring on the sub. That's the first half over.
Not soon enough for some players, eh, Bob?
A couple of minutes on the life support machine will have him back in perfect condition.
Yeah. Well, the match will be back underway in a couple of seconds.
And we're off.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
Fortunately for that player, Midson has come on leaps and bounds since your days, Bob.
I hope so, Jim. Yes, I hope so.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision. Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him. This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family. There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusader Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium. In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly. Now Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Good hand skills. The ball is caught. Just a few yards to go.
First touchdown has been scored. You can say that the match has finally started.
The ball's in play. These exotic Blood Bowl players are fairly new to the game, Jim.
Yes, Bob. They mesmerize me every time they enter the pitch.
Ah, yeah, Jim. These Lustrian Amazons sure have added some flavor to the game.
Look at that. Wow.
Oh, wow. Ow!
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
Did you know that the Berserkers are selected from the thirstiest Norse players?
Nope.
Yes, the head coach tells the team that they have run out of beer, and the one that enters the most furious rage becomes the new team Berserker.
They run out of beer in Norse teams?
Of course not, Bob. The head coaches just tell the players that if they're low on Berserkers.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. I doubt he'll be taking any further part in the match after that.
No, we've still got two legs. Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Is it true that most of the Amazon team's devoted fans consist of young men, Bob?
Not at all, Jim. I've heard a large portion of their fan base consists of disgruntled homemakers and countless scores of former Bloodweiser babes.
Aha! That would explain why the Amazon fans had their own fans themselves. throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving BloodBowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snap of a wizard's neck.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
Just a few yards to go.
Touchdown! And now let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
That means that the teams are all square. Charge!
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oops, I'm sorry. That's an old reflex on hearing the starting whistle.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings. Ha ha! Stunned!
What an idiot!
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. Well, that's the end of the match for him.
With an injury like that, I think we're talking career, don't you, Bob?
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
Opponent down!
This is good sport. Yeehaw! Seems to be in two minds about what to do about the player lying prone on the pitch.
Yeah, they don't know whether to send on a stretcher or a coffin. one regulation clobbering. Down and quite stunned, apparently.
Oh, a few slaps in the face and anybody can wake up instantly. That player's gonna add a new scar to his collection.
That's why they're always on the front page of Spike magazine. The Amazons!
Yes, Jim. Scantily dressed women that hit first and ask questions later.
Yes, Bob. I just wish there were more women like that.
Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all?
Clean take up there. Nothing to say.
And I don't have any remark to add, my friend. Go! Go! Just like in '98.
That he'll be taking any further part in the match.
No, I'd say that the apothecary had his work cut out for him.
Down and eat the dust. It's good for you. Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
They pulled the defense in all directions before going through for that touchdown.
A subtle blend of agility and brute force. Time flies when you watch a match like this.
Too true.
I hardly had time to catch a breath.
That's why it got such a high mark.
Their weight and power is inversely proportional to their intelligence.
Yes, I'm not sure what their game plan was, but it certainly didn't involve the ball. A logical defeat for a team that was just not in the game.
They couldn't get their hands on the ball, and that's what cost them the game. I hope that none of the opposition suffers from claustrophobia.
The team kept them confined to their own half.
Own quarter, I'd say.
What? Not one player doped? Let me express just a teensy-weensy bit of surprise.
Well, if it's true, it will definitely go down in the annals. Funny how you get some refs who just can't let a match flow, and others who just take a back seat.
Discreet, to say the least. But then discretion is the better part of that.